Any day of the week, you can find Charlene Jenkins in the Department of Behavioral Health at Winn Army Community Hospital. In her role as a substance abuse counselor, she supports and treats soldiers who have experienced trauma, as well as those who have turned to alcohol or other controlled substances.
I really believe that when a person has been emotionally abused, emotionally traumatized, it has affected them in such a way that unless they're able to work through that, it's going to affect all of their relationships, their communication.
Jenkins' mission is to help soldiers cope with and overcome the emotional triggers that have tormented them from their pre-military life. Bullying is just one of them.
When a child is bullied, it really affects their self-esteem, and they grow up with that low self-esteem and they enter adulthood with low self-esteem, and it affects them in such a way that we have to talk about that.
For Jenkins, communication is the first step to building bonds of trust. Once that trust is built, the soldiers know they are coming to a safe space with her, where they can let down their emotional armor and be vulnerable.
That is why it is so important. Cognitive behavioral therapy, cognitive restructuring, helping them to think differently. Because what other people say to us about us, we believe those negative things.
It can be a daunting process combating negative perception, especially when it involves a soldier's own self-worth. Jenkins is glad to help each soldier overcome these barriers and heal.
I don't want anyone to come to my office and to meet with me for 6 weeks, 6 months, and they're not better at the end of our sessions. I don't want that. I want to see someone improve.
Since becoming a substance abuse counselor at Winn, Jenkins has developed many tools and techniques to raise awareness against emotional trauma. On an ordinary Saturday afternoon, Jenkins received a call from a friend. This friend was spearheading the first Hinesville anti-bullying rally.
I had to get a pen and paper and start writing down the words.
Jenkins composed and sang an anti-bullying song for the rally.
I called her and I sang the first stanza, and she was in tears on the phone.
So many children in the world are taking their own lives.
There's a stanza in there that addresses the victim.
Hold your head up high and know that you're valued.
The very last stanza addresses cyberbullying.
Think of every email, call, post, tweet, or text. What if someone gets hurt? What could happen next?
For Jenkins, the song came from a special place in her heart, but also from the duty she feels to help others as a behavioral health counselor and social worker.
Even though my caseload may consist of soldiers, well, those soldiers have children. Those soldiers have families. And if I can just help provide some positive message to those children, well, those children may not end up in my office one day or might not end up needing behavioral health counseling one day.
Jenkins supports soldiers and their families through her vocation, whether by supporting mission readiness at Winn or collaborating with the community to promote anti-bullying awareness. For Winn Army Community Hospital Public Affairs, I'm Zach Renstrom.